Is this real? Let's find out. Now then guys, welcome back to Dive Look Coasters. My name is Sam, and where is this bloody gyro swing? What is going on? Where was it supposed to go? What was the theme? Is it going ahead? Has it been cancelled? Let's talk about it in this video. Okay, so this gyro swing, man. So we didn't know it was the big or the small version. We all kind of hoped it was the big version. We've heard a lot of things now from the park. We've seen loans granted from Barclays Bank. They've subsequently been paid off or cancelled. So we're not quite sure what was going on. A lot of people thought the ice blast was going to be removed for this, and it was supposed to be going there. Other people thought it was the bowlerdrome that was going to get removed for the same ride. So we're just going to dig into a bit more of the detail there. But let's address the elephant in the room. Where have I got these images from? You know, where have these come from? Are these actually real? Okay, so I've had these images sent in from one of you guys. Now, I do trust the source for these images, but of course, we've got to do our own due diligence on them and get these kind of digging into to see what we can find. So I've had a look around, and I can see that the image here of the actual gyro swing, this is an image that can be found on Intamin's website, which we can see here. However, the background, I've searched high and low, and I cannot find the background anywhere, but it does look like a Vikings theme, very similar to that of Valhalla at the Pleasure Beach. And this was suggested to be called Ragnarok. Now, the park have been calling themselves a theme park now for the whole of the 2024 season. So if they're trying to go more into a theme park, this suggests, you know, themed areas, themed lands. And I think walking straight into the park, into a whole Vikings area, I think that was likely what we're looking at here. You've got Valhalla, you've also got Loki's, the bar and grill there. And I think where the ice blast was, if you was to stick a gyro swing there and theme it nicely to the area, like you can see in this image, I think this would be a great step to making this an actual theme park. So also when you're doing concept art, a lot of the time a concept art is exactly that. It's a concept. It's just to be, you know, a quick sketch thrown together just to kind of see if it's the right vibe for the park. So even though that's the same image that we've seen on the website, I think this is perfectly, you know, reasonable to assume that this would have been an actual concept art. So I do believe this is real. But what do you guys think? Do you think this image is real? Do you think someone's just playing a trick on us? You know, I'd love to hear your comments down below. So where is it then? You know, what's going on? Has this been cancelled? So the park did take out a loan with Barclays Bank, and this was found on a company's house records. And this was on the 30th of June last year. Now, this would suggest that, you know, the park are going ahead, that, you know, they want to do this. This is something in the pipeline. However, this was settled a few days later. Now, you're not going to be able to find all that money realistically that quickly and pay it back. So I think likely you get a 14-day cooling off period. I think likely that the Pleasure Beach have changed their minds. They've exercised this 14-day, and I think they've cancelled the loan and changed their direction. Now, why do I think they would have done this? Could be a couple of reasons. As we spoke about in the Future Volunteers video, I'll link it up here if you've not seen it. There's a lot of issues in the UK at the minute. You've got employees have got to pay more national insurance contributions for their employees. You've got wages going up. So, you know, when you exponent that to, you know, 400 or 500 employees, that's a lot of extra money you've got to find, and that's just going to come straight out the profit. And I'm talking, you know, this is the millions. This is not, you know, a small amount of money. You've also got cost of living crisis. You know, people just have a less expendable income. They're not going out to the parks as much, and the park hasn't had a new attraction really for a while. So I think a lot of people will just be waiting for something else to come in the park before they go to this place. You've also got energy bills increasing, and as I said again in the last video, these rides use a lot of electric, so this would have impacted the park. You know, these are not cheap things to operate. So all this kind of mixed together, you know, you're talking a lot of extra expenditure for the park, less income, but, you know, bills still need paying. You know, winter maintenance still needs to go on. These rides still need fixing. So I think likely the park have taken all this into account, and they've decided against going with the gyro swing. Now, Amanda did also say back at the start of last year that we're waiting for a part on Ice Blast, and it was going to be repaired. It wasn't getting removed. Now, again, this could have been the truth all along. This could be that they were waiting for a part and they were just sort of, you know, looking at other options in the meantime. She might have had the idea to put this on the Ice Blast site and then later changed it to the Bowlerdrome. So this may still be coming. At the time of filming, the Bowlerdrome has been fully ripped out and it's currently boarded off. I'll put a photo on screen here so you can see. This is from the actual promenade itself, so you can see it's been fully boarded off. So that's kind of suggesting, this building may be coming down shortly. We are sort of, currently the time of film is the 31st of January now, so we've got, I think, 2 weeks before we open for the Nickelodeon land. So if they want to get this down, they're going to have to, start doing this quickly, I would have thought. But again, we don't know. Maybe you can take this building down in a day. I haven't got a clue. I'm not a builder. I don't know. But again, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this was going to be on the site there? Do you think it's still coming? Or do you think that this has been cancelled? Just to kind of touch on that point there as well, you've got this Ice Blast refurb into Launchpad. This is rumoured to have cost millions. These are not cheap things to replace. These rides cost a lot of money. So if that's going to be costing them millions, that may suggest, why they've kind of gone with that one rather than the gyro swing. Because a new ride, I think, is always going to be, more expensive. But it may be the fact that maybe they were refurbishing Ice Blast and they were also looking at buying the gyro swing. But just due to the cost that the refurbishment has come in, this may just be delayed. So I would like to think this is still going ahead. I think these gyro swings are one of the best flat rides out there. In fact, I do think it's the best flat ride you can get. I think these are phenomenal rides, and it would be really, really, really good to see one of these in the UK. Something like Loki at Liseberg would be an absolute game changer. I think that would drive attendance. And if it is going to the Bowlerdrome area, well, there's a gate there. You can literally see directly through it. And if you can see this massive gyro swing, going back and forth, this is going to draw attendance to the park, 100%. And I'd like to think that this is still going ahead. I don't believe that this is going in this original intended location, as I do think it was originally intended for this Ice Blast site. I think that has now been shifted on. It's a bit strange though that they have changed it into Launchpad and not given it a sort of Viking theme, as this would then, have the same effect as being, becoming a themed area. So I'm not quite sure the decision there, as you've now got Vikings right next to a space theme. So, but this is at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It's always been one of those quirky places, hasn't it? So it is what it is. I do hope we see this in the future. I think as well, if you was to look at, just from a pure business standpoint here, it's the rides really that draw the attendance to the park and give that income. So if you're removing a ride to put another one in, again, we touched on this actually in the last video with the Toxicator. That's a great thing that's come in, but because you've lost 3 flat rides, it's kind of taken away from Toxicator in a way, because now there's just less capacity. So you've got to look at the similar thing here. If they was to take out Ice Blast and put in this new gyro swing, although the gyro swing's going to increase attendance, you've still got a net 0 for the total rides. You've taken out 1, put 1 in. Whereas if you was to delay it, let's say this is what's happening, and put it in the new area where the Bowlerdrome currently is, well, now you've got a +1 to the ride offerings. So now you may be able to charge more for tickets. People that love Ice Blast / Launchpad, they've still got that option available to them. Also, it looks great in the skyline. It's always been there on the skyline. So I do think keeping Ice Blast is a good decision. But again, I would love to see this gyro swing. So that's kind of it from this video then, guys. So what do you think? Do you think this gyro swing is coming? Do you think it's going to be where the Bowlerdrome is? Do you think it's been cancelled? Do you think this image is real? I'd love to know all your comments down below. One point I just want to make as well is I've had a few people comment that know Amanda quite well, and they've all said that Amanda is got a lot of ambition. She's a very driven woman, and a lot of it just comes down to budget. Again, everything, it's always the case, and everything comes down to budget. So I think a lot of the rumours that we are hearing, these were genuine cards on the table at some point. But it may have just been, they may have just had a sit down, a chat about it, a phone call, an email, something like that. But at some point, these were, an options that were being looked at. But due to the fact that Amanda, changes her mind quite often, these rumours may, we may hear these rumours, but this may have been something that came and gone, 6 weeks ago. We never really know. So it is a bit of a difficult one, predicting rumours for the Pleasure Beach. But I do think that this is quite a solid one. And also the fact that we did see the loan and it was cancelled, and we have seen the delay to the Bowlerdrome. I think we all expected the Bowlerdrome to be down by now. I think likely the gyro swing may be delayed and it may be going in the bowlerdrome space. I think that's what's going to happen, as there's no point taking out a loan for a ride to then sit on the loan for, 12 months, accruing interest, paying that interest, to then use the loan once the bowlerdrome comes down. So I think we may see a resurgence of this loan coming up nearer the time. I've got hope, guys. I really have got hope. I think the park's in really good hands, and I'd love to see what Amanda is doing for the future. Don't give us a hotel, give us a gyro swing. That would make everyone a hell of a lot happier. But be sure to let me know your comments down below. But that's it then, guys. So if you have found value in today's video, please make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram at DiveLoopCoasters for all the latest. But from this video here today, thank you so much for watching, guys. Good night. God bless. I'll see you in the next one.